Told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire. Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Yes, it does. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, Bitcoin Ben, here for the daily. What the pluck is going on? Number one, it's Friday. So welcome to Friday, folks. Today is your day. Now, for those of you watching the markets right now, we got red flags everywhere of, oh shit. But the oh shit is actually what we need to go through. This is our oh shit moment. And an oh shit moment is necessary to realize, oh shit, we have to change. Something has to change. Now, I have a lot of friends who own a lot of gold and silver. And they're like, yeah, it's going up. Yeah. I've always said the price of all of this rising, you're looking at it in the wrong way. The reason gold is going up and silver is going up because the old system is collapsing. And the new system is actually getting created for the transition. Everyone needs to realize the money that we use, the US dollar, is losing value rapidly. So when you're making more dollars, all right, and I said this when we hit $126,000 per Bitcoin. This is exactly what happened in Weimar, Germany. Exactly. At the end, whenever the currency completely died, everything was at all-time highs. The markets at all-time highs. The gold, all-time highs. All-time highs means system is all-time low, not functioning. And we've lived in a corrupt system for so long that we normalized in our heads. We saw it as, oh, this is normal. Every year we lost real labor value to inflation, and we normalized it. Every 10 years we lost a shit ton of labor value, and we normalized it. Those were the warning signs. Those were the early warning signs of, guys, you're losing labor value, which means labor is getting less valuable. And that's what no one saw. They looked at it as, oh, it's just inflation. Oh, it's just inflation. No, you're devaluing labor. Therefore, you will get less labor. We sit around right now and we're like, why can't our youth afford a house? Because we have actually devalued labor so much that their labor cannot actually purchase a house. We labor is so valueless right now because you're actually receiving your pay in a currency that's dying. You're working your ass off for something that they print their ass off. This is why I've always said you want to get into and look at the amount of the Bitcoin you have, not the dollar amount, because you have to realize that the more you have of the Bitcoin, the more the Bitcoin is valued against the dollar, which is dying. Guys, this is what's happening, and it's I watched an interview yesterday, and it was a great interview. I'll actually put it out on X once I wrap up here. We're reaching a point where we are going to split. This happened in Weimar, Germany. We're so close, and this is what they're setting up for. This is what the stable coins are going to do, and I've said this for years. We'll have an exchange rate of the dollar that is higher offshore than inshore or onshore. We're setting up a new system where each country, listen to me, folks, if Germany wants to use our network, what is our network? US dollar. If Germany wants to use our network, remember the network is the US dollar. If Germany needs US dollars, which they do because they're in the euro dollar system, they'll have a higher interest rate. This is how they're getting rid of the Federal Reserve and moving everything into the Treasury, where the Treasury Department sets the interest rates of exchange on other countries. Let's say we have Australia and Germany, right? This is what we are actually doing in Argentina. Everyone's freaking out over it was like, wow, we gave them $20 billion for some of their currency. Yeah. What's crazy is Argentina actually is going to have a higher valued currency than we do soon. As the price of the gold, the silver, the Bitcoin goes up, that's not them appreciating in use value. That's the dollar. Yes, exactly. All right, hang on one second. Jim, I love he's absolutely right. That is what Jim Willie, which I should reach out to him and actually do a show with him. He said a few years ago that we will have a foreign coin and a U.S. coin. Absolutely. But those will be reversed. Right? Though these will have separate currencies for outside and inside. And when I say separate currencies, it will say the same what a US dollar coin or whatever, but the programming of it will be different because remember, this is programmable money. That's what it is. And that's what they are creating. That's why I tell everyone, get you some friggin' Bitcoin, get you some Litecoin, because everyone's looking at this so wrong. They're looking at it like, oh, the dollar value of the Bitcoin went down. Guys, the dollar value is irrelevant right now. We're in a transition. We're moving from the old system to the new system. And we're at war. We are at war in America and out of. We've had a global elite who have ran this system forever. And now they're losing. They're losing their leaders. Just this morning, who walked in and got arrested? John Bolton. The leaders of this are going down, and they're trying to collapse the system before we take over. They don't want the Bitcoin to succeed. And this is all of them. This is the whole old system is against the Bitcoin winning because it removes their controls. It actually puts them in a place where they have to live in their own generated reality. Where if over in Europe, if they get crazy, which they're already doing, and they actually print up a bunch of money. Look at the global M2 money supply. It's up and to the right like no one's business. It is going, they're printing so much money, and the Federal Reserve is about to join the freaking party. Because for those of you who do not know what's going on this morning, there's a bunch of banks that are having issues. And what are they having issues with? Derivatives. What people don't realize is that's linked with the gold price and silver. They're in full panic mode. And America is in full panic mode. I watched the New York City mayor debate last night. Did anyone else watch that fucking debate? The socialist owned the other two guys, owned them because of what he was saying. What he was saying is what every socialist ever in power or trying to get into power says, your life is not your fault. Your life is the fault of the rich people. The rich people are making you poor, which in a way is actually true. There is a group, a system that's making you poor. It's why the system was put in place to make you poor. This system was put into America to collapse America. The Federal Reserve was not put in place to help us out. It was put in place so we could go to war in World War I. That's what it was put in place for. So that the global elite could rearrange the globe. Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, right? Russia. None of those were around as they are now. Russia was Prussia. And Iran, Iraq, and all of those were Persia. It was a completely different global map. This system was actually put in place to destroy America, to bring us to this point. And they're still at it, but we are making progress. And I'll tell you what, watch what happens with John Bolton. John Bolton is a big deal because he's going to flip on so many people. Someone needs to make sure he doesn't pull an Epstein. This guy has more information on people than anyone can even imagine. If you know his job history, this guy knows where the bodies are buried because he helped to bury them. John Bolton is the linchpin to all of this. And you don't think John's going to roll over on Obama, on Eric Holder, on all of these people? He will. He absolutely will. This is exactly what is actually going on right now with all of Antifa and the riots and the protests. Guys, Weimar Republic, same thing. We are reliving the revolutions we have caused over the globe. They have set off revolutions in every other country. Now we're the last ones. The Americans are the last place that they need to take over. It's all right. Edward Albert up in Massachusetts, you're absolutely right. Bank runs a coming. Yes, guys, look it up. In Weimar Republic, before they had a run on the banks, they had a run on gold. People were in line to purchase as much gold as they could before the currency completely collapsed. Have you looked on X lately? Have you looked at what's going on in, God, was it Japan or Indonesia or something like? Yeah, yep, yep. There's a line in a few parts of the world that are buying gold. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. The reason they are buying gold is because history has told them you should buy gold. They don't realize we're this is the biggest shift in human history, guys. In 5,000 years, we haven't had a shift like this. And if you read your history on gold, whenever the globe agreed that gold would be the reserve of the world, every other currency fell. Every shell, every rock, every diamond, everything dropped in price because everyone was flowing the old currency into gold because that was the technologically most advanced monetary system of the time. That's what the gold was. It it was a monetary innovation to create the gold system. What everyone's not realizing, we're moving out of that system. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but Google this. Scientists have created gold out of pure energy. Relatively recently, I think like a month ago. Initially, they made silver. Now they have figured out the frequency to create gold out of pure energy. I'm telling you guys, we are going into a shift out of the physical world into the digital world. What are you watching me on right now? You're watching me on a digital device. Everything is going digital globally. But at the same time as this happens, local is going to actually become more relevant. And when I say local, I mean your town you're in is going, mark my words, in the next year or 2 years, watch how active the people in your area, how quickly they come together because you're a community. We are literally changing into a new system, and this system is good. But like I've always said, we can't let the ones who run the old system run the new system. Everyone watching right now, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. I really, really do. It helps us out. And if you're on X, please share this. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, exactly. Our clubs will save many people. Yes, that's why we launched our clubs in Florida, Massachusetts, let's see, Nashville, St. Louis, Texas, Las Vegas. We are here to help people transition into this new world. Now, this is where we get serious, guys. Right now, there's a lot of things that are going on in the banking system that very few people realize what's going on. This is 2007, 2008 on fucking steroids. This is why gold and silver are skyrocketing, because everyone's wanting it delivered. They want physical gold. The derivatives are getting wiped out. London is done with gold. They got nothing left. They've got nothing left. And remember what I said. The reason we've had so many price drops on the Bitcoin is because we are right at the transition, and they are they are doing exactly what they did in the gold rush. They wanted the little guys that's not in their group. You can't have any Bitcoin. Now, let's shake these guys out. Let's scare them. Let's hop on X and we'll tell everyone price is going down, price is going down. Because they know, guys, look where all the money's going. Like I said, I think I said it on Wednesday. Listen to this, folks. More money has actually been invested into AI than all of the American automobile companies in all of history. Think about that. Since 1904 until 2024, all of that investment, all of that money, they've put more than all of that money over 100 and something years into AI in the last 3 years. Let that sink in. How large do you think? They're not creating something you'll just play with. It isn't going to do your homework. Well, it will, but this isn't homework software. This is a transition into a new world. Guys, just this morning, or maybe it was yesterday, AI had a breakthrough on cancer research that if it proves out, cancer is cured within a year. A year. Right now is such an important transition for everyone to realize. And you should be happy about it. You should not be afraid. We have to go. I think I said this on Wednesday. Hey guys, everyone watching right now, I'm going to call you my pilgrims. Y'all are my pilgrims. All right. And we're on the Mayflower. And right now we are crossing the ocean of turbulence. It's dangerous. We don't know if we're going to survive. Oh my gosh. We're leaving the old world and going to the new world. And it's choppy. The ride over is not pleasant. Some of us may not make it, but we are heading for Plymouth Rock. And Plymouth Rock is Plymouth Block. It's the new system. And what I am creating, what my clubs are creating, and what a lot of people in the crypto industry are creating is the new system for the new world. Just like the founding fathers did. They changed weights and measurements so it was more efficient for the new world. The old system wasn't efficient for the new world, so they changed weights and measurements. And that's what made America great, because it was property rights alongside an economic system that your labor was retained and held its value. It's where we're at now, guys. We're all on a boat going across the ocean of time, and the waves are big. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. But we are going to land on the new world, and the new world is new technology and new weights and measures, just like our founding fathers. The old system that they unplugged from was gold. They plugged into silver. Here in America, it's why our money, our constitutional money, is represented in silver and not gold, because gold was the elite's money. Well, now they've shifted that, where fiat is the elite's money and gold is the old money of the old system. And that we are going to transition from the old system to the new system. That's what we are going through right now. And it's good. Like I said, it's good because, guys, you guys don't want to know what it would be like if we didn't have cryptos, if we didn't have the Bitcoin or the Genius Act with the, why do you think that passed? Why do you think it passed so easily? Why do you think the Democrats went along with the Genius Act? Why do you think it was one of Trump's first legislations? Because he's setting up the system for the old system to collapse into. Why do you think his children are involved in cryptos? Why do you think all of Trump's properties are getting tokenized? All of his hotels, everything is getting tokenized. Because he knows where this is all going. Why is Ukraine the first? Remember, this is Ukraine in the middle of a war. They sign legislation that they're going to create a reserve of what? Not gold, of the Bitcoin. Why did California, think about this, folks, yesterday, the governor of California signed legislation for California to create a what? A reserve of what? The Bitcoin. Why? Is California really, really passionate about privacy? Are they really passionate about ownership of your own money? Fuck no, they're not. Florida just announced, and signed up and raring to go. They're launching a Florida reserve of what? Of Bitcoin. Why? With everything going on, think about this, folks. The world is on political fire, and everyone's launching reserves for Bitcoin. Put yourself in their position. If you're Trump, all right, if you're Trump and you know you are going into your second presidency, and you know these people have been trying to put you in jail, they have been trying to totally screw you, they've been coming after you, you know you have so many enemies, and you've been shot at, you've had all kinds of crazy crap happen. Do you think Trump, with all that going on, says, you know what I'm going to do? This magic internet money stuff, I'm going to put it in our reserves. Why would he even waste his time in such an environment? That would be the equivalent of us, me and my fellow pilgrims, on the boat in a rain, just everything's going crazy. Water's coming onto the Mayflower. We are out in the ship, and the captain of the ship says, "Oh, hey guys, while we're in this wild and crazy weather and everything's going crazy, somebody remember to sweep the floor in the gully." Huh? There's a reason that Trump and his family and all of these major tech people are talking about Bitcoin. Look at Jack, and I think his last name is Jack Dorsey, on Square. I think, yeah. Now, retailers all over America can now accept the Bitcoin using Square. And look at or is it Square or is it Stripe? Hell, actually, I think it's both. Oh, and did you see that one of the richest men in the world are launching they're launching a Bitcoin bank. This, all right, we have a great question over here. So how do we prepare? Number one, and this is most important, relax. Everything's going to be fine. We just have to go through this. This is not a time when you go crazy, when you panic. That's what the old system wants you to do. That's why they're smashing the prices down on the Bitcoin. Because I'm telling you, folks, the price of gold is going up so countries can recapitalize. And it's exactly what happened in 1932 or 1930. They're revaluing the gold so that the treasuries of all of these countries can revalue the debt they have. That's all that's going on right now. This is the first wave of the re-evaluation of the debt of all of the countries. This is the Great Reset. They're rolling all or a lot of the old system into gold so the banks can recapitalize themselves and hold it in gold. And as all of retail is running into gold, they are selling the gold to retail. This is how they're transitioning the wealth. This is exactly like it was in Weimar Germany. They shot the price of gold up, and then they sold the gold into the sell. And they were moving into the fiat currency. Happens every time. A wise man on Wall Street once said, when you see a price going down while everything else is actually going up, that's what the rich people are buying. He said that's their game. They jack up prices so they can sell into those prices, and they push the prices lower of what they really want. It's a wealth transfer system. That's where we're at. And to tell you the truth, that's exactly what you should do. It's exactly what I am doing. That's exactly what all guys, if you think that every wealthy friend I have, guess what they're doing? They're buying Bitcoin. And then the value of gold goes down. Yeah, but it's going to be a while. Look at the early 80s. Gold hit, I think it was $800 an ounce in the early 80s. Same thing. This is a system transfer, and they are patient. Like I said, they drop the price of what they want to buy while they raise the price of what they want to sell. Think about it, guys. If you were in their position, what would you do? Let's say you have a bunch of gold and you want to actually say, well, we're moving away from physical money, moving into digital money. How do I raise the price of gold? Guys, we all know they have held the price of the gold down for years, and silver, especially silver. They've held it down for years using derivatives. Now they're lifting the derivatives and letting the price go up. Why? This is the wealth transfer. and they're rolling into the new system. Like I said, every wealthy person, guys, I'm telling you, everyone you watch on X or anything like that who's involved in actual Bitcoin, they're all buying. While you see the prices dropping, they're all out there and they're buying. Not like us, right? They have a system where they can actually buy. They're not reliant on Coinbase. Let's put it this way, right? They aren't hopping on the Coinbase and having it shut down. The wealthy people's exchanges never, never, ever go down. I've had friends send me texts. What is Binance doing? Why are they selling so much Bitcoin and dropping the price and all of this and that? Guys, hate to tell you, the Binance, that's China. Yeah, they're dropping the prices using the exchanges they have control over. It's just because while we see it as they're selling, who is buying it? If these prices are dropping, who is buying it? Remember, the Binance has auctions. They have private sales. They have an over-the-counter for the wealthy people. This is going to be fun to watch because you'll never see this ever again. You will never see this level of transition in human history again. The next 3 to 5 years are going to seem exactly like Cliff High says. We are going into sci-fi world. It's getting crazy, folks. And it's only going to get crazier. But, yeah, this is the future. All right, guys, I have to wrap up. I got a shit ton of calls today. Everyone have a great day and watch the ad at the end of the show. We handle home equity loans where we can actually take all of your equity in your house right now, and we can roll that into the Bitcoin. And we can get you loans. And remember, we offer no KYC Bitcoin purchases to our members. Voila. This is how you help the old system. The little guys, I'm not worried about Washington, D.C. I'm not worried about New Yorkers. I'm not worried about wealthy people. I'm worried about the little guy who, if they don't know what is going on, just like the rest of history, they get trampled on. I don't want you guys to get trampled on. That's why I do my show. All right, everyone, give us a call. This is simple. Give us a call or send us a text and just ask, how can you get me some more Bitcoin? 941-413-8080. Give us a call or send us a text and just ask, how can you get me some more friggin' Bitcoin? Love you guys. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, guys. Call or text now to get you some cheap Bitcoin. Bye-bye.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.